Well, hi guys. Welcome to my channel. This is my first video that I'm recording, so if this is this is my first video that I'm recording, so if it's a bit rough, that is why, but I appreciate you joining us on this journey. So if you couldn't tell, I have a book in front of me. This book is entirely my creation, from the cover to the back to the words inside. You might ask, why am I holding this book on YouTube? Well, because I wrote it, I gave myself permission to read it here today. To be quite frank with you guys, I really value accessibility and affordability of literature and reading, and really a lot of resources. And so I just thought, you know, I have my own books that I wrote. I might as well just kind of put them out into the world and see if anyone likes listening to them or likes the content, or yeah, just to see how it goes. I've read my poetry in the past in videos and at like open mic nights, and I've actually really enjoyed it. So I just thought I might as well give this a try. So if you don't know, this is a poetry book, so I will be reading poetry. There's 4 parts in this book, so I figure I'll divvy them up into 4 different YouTube videos, so you can keep an eye out for the next one. But this is the first part 1 installment, I guess you could say. So come along. I'm excited for you guys to be here. I'm excited to read for you. And let's just ease on into this. I'm gonna get the mood lighting ready. All right, so this is a rarity by myself. Here's the front. I'm really proud of the back. So the back says, this tell-all prose and poetry collection depicts the life, struggles, and hopeful eventual acceptance of being chronically ill. You'll leave this captivating journey with newfound imagery, overwhelming emotional validation, and a new appreciation for the rareness of life. So we're going to start in here, and this is the dedication. For anyone told they wouldn't make it to 18 years old, you're not alone, and I see you. So we'll kind of get into this more as I'm reading, but I have cystic fibrosis, and the outlook when I was born was much worse than it is today. My parents were told we may not make it to graduate high school. So at least that's what they've told me. They never really told me that growing up. I think later on when I was older, they told us that because it was so meaningful, all the life stages we were hitting and all the milestones. But anyways, that's part of the book, so we'll get there. But this book contains sensitive material that may be disturbing to some readers. Discretion is advised for the following content warnings: foul language, mentions of death and thoughts of death, references to medical trauma, nothing on page, references to the hardships of having a chronic illness, negative thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs concerning one's own body and self-worth. However, this book also contains content that may be encouraging to some readers, such as acceptance and acknowledgement of the pain of a rare disease / chronic illness, a touch of gratitude, and it ends with hope. It ends with hope. All right. I will cough throughout the video because of the aforementioned cystic fibrosis. So this next part is a word from the author. Dear reader, whether you skim, deep dive, or annotate, I appreciate your support. This collection is the most meaningful thing I've ever written, and will likely remain that way for a long time. It is a vulnerable story based on my life with cystic fibrosis, CF, and is meant to shed light on the circumstances people with chronic illnesses may experience or relate to, particularly those with CF. A Rarity, the book, allows all the awful, wretched aspects of having a rare disease to exist alongside the beautiful, lovely things of life. Admittedly, it took me a while to feel like acceptance could even be possible, and this book is my attempt to move further along the acceptance continuum. A Rarity starts with me processing my childhood while wondering why my friends didn't face the same medical situations I did. The second part describes my adolescent years, trying to understand my body and advocate for myself. The third installment navigates early adulthood at my current life stage. And the fourth and final part dives into the emotions I find comfort in, the silver linings of my life, and the thoughts and beliefs that help me cope. Whether or not you have a rare disease or chronic illness, I hope you view this book as an opportunity to learn about someone whose life may or may not look like yours. Ideally, this collection will encourage conversations that move society forward in its empathy, compassion, and inclusiveness. Thank you again for giving my life struggles meaning by reading this collection. I'll see you on the next page. Sincerely, Mattie Paige. All right. Prologue, my child. Such a petite girl. Has the weight of the world from shots and scars galore. I hope you still feel my adore. Oh, my child, I love you so much. I'm so sorry for your bad luck. Your stomach had an obstruct. Oh, my child, so fragile, tied with wires. How could you have something so dire? Oh, my child, cuddled in the NICU, finger holds just for you. I'll still be here, no matter the fear. Part 1, Childhood Memories. Applesauce and M&Ms. 1, 2, 3. Applesauce, please. ABC. Can you swallow this, please? The enzymes get popped open to pour into my snack. Applesauce is perfect for a late night pact. A mini M&M to swallow, a practice for tomorrow. Pills will come soon, but for now I'll give you a spoon. Rewards. I get a sticker for putting up with that squeezing cuff. I get a lollipop for coughing up mucus for that cup. I get a high five for seeing the new guy the doctor swore by. I get a fun lunch for letting the needle lady take from my red blood. I get lots of rewards for sticking through medical visit hordes. Treatment time. It's really very hard to sit still for so long, to take my 6-year-old energy and turn it into compliance. My parents tried their best to make it as fun as possible, to carve out a routine filled with intriguing new things. My favorite treatment time memory is not one I actually remember. It's based on this faded old picture my parents pull from a dusty binder. I have my favorite doll, wearing an inhalation mask strapped to her head, her body in my dimpled hands. I make her wait, the agonizing 20 minutes. We breathe deep together. We are feeling better. We still play. We have a mind, we have a heart, we like to make art. We trace our letters and subtract from numbers. We even like timely slumbers. A colorful kitchen, a hearty tin man. We like to play all day. I cough more than you and miss school because I feel blue. When I see you soon, we'll pretend to survive the deep blue. I may be different, or so my adults say, but to me it's a good day because we still play. The nurse is my friend. I see her every day, around the clock and before I play. She talks about my stay, while I wonder if she checks everyone's airway. Lunch comes around midday, my parents I must obey. I skip to my friend's doorway so she can feed me pills straight away. I never thought I'd make a friend in this adult. She asked me my thoughts. I'm happy someone understands my lot. She's quite good at pretend and keeping track of how to tend. She even has a nebulizer to lend. This is why I say, the nurse is my friend. We'll make it work. An invite pinned to the fridge next to the drawing of my vest. My dearest friend turns 10. Can I please attend? I promise to take my pills with each forkful of food and to listen to my body if my breath I lose. I'm sorry it's not so simple. You're so young and brittle. It's not a punishment, yet you need your regimen. I'm not sure you're old enough with your precious medical stuff to endure an overnight. Do I trust others to treat my child right? I want this for you too. I really do trust you. I'm just so concerned. But we'll make it work. Treatments before drop-off, pills explained to the adult. You get your fill of fun until the rising sun. Why do you not take pills? The pills are my normal, and my cough's my comfort. I thought it would be yours too. I leave for school, taking inhalers for fuel. Did your mom talk to your teacher too? Down paper-covered halls to the lunchroom we fall. Did you stop by the nurse before this talk? All of these questions flood my mind as I learn we all live different lives. Why do you not take pills before you eat? How can you just so easily breathe? How odd that we are not the same and you live a totally different way. Okay, so that was part one. That is the shortest part in this poetry book. The rest are a little bit longer. But if you couldn't tell, a lot of those memories are, as the title of the section alludes, childhood memories and what it was like having a chronic illness and not fully understanding that you have one. It's kind of just like lined out by your parents, and you kind of just go through the routine you've always had because that's what you've been doing since birth. So that is part one of my poetry collection. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Just letting you know, I'm pretty sensitive, so be kind. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to follow me on social media. I do have Instagram and TikTok. It's under the name author Mattie Paige. You can also buy a rarity if you're interested. Wherever you buy books, there are ebooks, there are paperbacks. If you like to support indie or local bookstores, you can go to bookshop.org. They do not sponsor me, but I like that you can buy books from them because it goes to support the indie bookstores in the USA or America, I believe. But yeah, it is available internationally though, by the way. Bookshop.org may not be internationally, but it is available everywhere else. So thank you again. Bye. I'm gonna just keep it going, but I might stop and restart it. Yeah.